Hey everyone, ready to dive into some AI magic for boosting your productivity?
Sounds exciting.
We're taking a look at this article I found. 5 life-changing ChatGPT prompts to try before the year is over.
Life-changing, eh?
I know, it's a bold claim, but I think you'll be surprised by how clever some of these prompts are for helping you achieve your goals. So, are you ready to make 2025 your best year yet?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's jump right in. The first prompt is all about creating a roadmap for your career goals.
All right, tell me more.
It's a simple prompt, but don't let that fool you. It's help me create a 6-month plan to reach my career goals.
Ah, I see. It's all about breaking down those big, daunting goals into smaller, more manageable steps. That's something a lot of us struggle with.
Right. It's so easy to get overwhelmed by the sheer size of our ambitions.
This prompt forces you to think concretely about what actions you need to take to move forward.
Instead of just dreaming about the destination, you're actually mapping out the journey, step by step.
Exactly. And each step you take, no matter how small, builds momentum and boosts your confidence.
It's like that saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Except in this case, ChatGPT is helping you figure out what those first few steps should be so you don't feel lost or overwhelmed at the starting line.
I love that analogy. It's like having a personalized GPS for your career goals.
And the beauty of it is, ChatGPT can adapt to your specific time frame and goals.
So whether you want a 3-month plan, a 1-year plan, or even a 5-year plan.
It can tailor the roadmap to your needs.
Mhm.
It can even suggest different strategies based on things like your risk tolerance or the resources you have available.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay, ready for prompt number 2.
Mm-hmm.
This one is all about mastering those tech skills we've been meaning to learn forever. You know, the ones we keep telling ourselves, I'll get to that
Oh
someday.
yeah, those someday skills. We all have them.
This prompt is like a magic spell that turns someday into today.
Love it. Tell me the spell.
It's design a 30-day learning plan to master insert skill here,
Mhm.
like Excel, Access, or Word.
Okay, and how does ChatGPT make that happen?
Well, it's not just spitting out generic advice. It's actually using natural language processing to analyze your request and create a plan that's tailored to you.
So it's understanding your current skill level,
Exactly. And it's considering your learning style.
even your specific goals for using that skill. That's amazing.
It is. So, for example, if you tell ChatGPT you want to learn Excel to analyze sales data for your business.
It might recommend starting with tutorials on data visualization and pivot tables.
Right. And then maybe it suggests moving on to more advanced formulas and functions that are specifically useful for analyzing sales trends.
Could even recommend online courses or resources that cater to visual learners or people who prefer hands-on practice.
So much more effective than just randomly Googling Excel tutorials and hoping for the best.
Right, you're on the fast track to mastery with this approach. And think about all the time you save by having that personalized roadmap.
No more wading through irrelevant tutorials or getting stuck on concepts that aren't relevant to your goals.
It's like having a personal tutor who knows exactly what you need to learn and how you learn best.
Okay, I am officially convinced. I'm ready to finally tackle that coding course I've been putting off. But before I do, let's move on to prompt number 3. This one is all about conquering the beast we all love to hate. Social media.
So let's talk about how to use AI to boost your productivity every single day.
Oh yeah, sign me up for that.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for ways to be more efficient, especially with how much is always going on.
Well, remember that prompt, give me ideas for using ChatGPT to stay productive and organized every day.
Yeah.
It's a goldmine of ideas.
I'm all ears.
Think about your to-do list, for example. You know how it can feel overwhelming.
Yes, tell me about it.
Well, instead of just listing tasks randomly, you can ask ChatGPT to prioritize them for you.
How does it do that?
It can look at things like urgency, importance, even how long you think each task will take.
So it's like having a smart assistant who's helping me focus on the most impactful things first. That would be amazing.
Exactly. No more decision fatigue and no more getting sidetracked by less important stuff.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And it goes beyond just prioritizing too. Imagine you've got this huge project that feels totally overwhelming.
Been there.
You can actually ask ChatGPT to break that project down into smaller, manageable steps.
Okay. That sounds super helpful.
It can even suggest deadlines for each step and point you towards useful resources or tools.
So suddenly that massive project feels a lot less intimidating, Rita.
Exactly. It's like having a project manager built right into your AI.
I like it.
And speaking of project management, you know how important it is to have a realistic daily or weekly schedule?
Absolutely.
Well, guess what?
ChatGPT can help with that too.
You got it.
No way.
It takes into account your energy levels, your
Yeah.
preferred way of working, even those things you absolutely have to do, like meetings or family commitments.
So it's creating a schedule that actually works for me instead of just trying to cram everything in.
You're getting it. It's about sustainability, not just working yourself to the bone.
That's so important.
And you know what else kills productivity? Context switching.
Context switching, what's that?
Constantly jumping between tasks. Like you're writing an email, then you answer a text, then you check social media, and before you know it, you've lost track of what you're even doing.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's me all day long.
ChatGPT can help you create dedicated blocks of time for specific types of work.
So like I could have a block for writing, a block for brainstorming, a block for answering emails.
You got it. It helps you stay in the flow and get more done.
Okay, speaking of emails, that's another area where I could really use some help. My inbox is a black hole.
I hear you. It's a common struggle.
But how could ChatGPT help me tame that beast?
Picture this. You ask ChatGPT to look through your emails and put them into categories. Like by priority, sender, topic, whatever makes sense for you. And get this, it can even suggest drafts for routine responses.
Whoa, hold on. It can actually help me write emails.
Yep, and it can flag the ones that need your immediate attention.
So I'm not wasting time on stuff that can wait.
Exactly. You can focus on what truly matters.
That'll be a game changer.
And think about all the time you'd save not having to write the same basic replies over and over again.
I'm already feeling less stressed just thinking about it.
But let's move beyond email and to-do lists. What about when you need a little creative spark?
Oh yeah, those moments when I'm just stuck.
ChatGPT can be your brainstorming buddy.
Seriously.
Let's say you're working on a project and hitting a wall. It could be anything, a blog post, a marketing campaign, even planning a family activity. You can ask ChatGPT to brainstorm with you.
So it's like having a partner who's always full of ideas and willing to think outside the box.
You got it. And you might be surprised by the fresh perspectives it brings to the table.
I love that. It's like having a digital muse whispering creative ideas in my ear.
And here's the best part. ChatGPT is constantly learning and adapting. The more you use it and give it feedback, the better it gets at understanding your needs and preferences.
So it's like having a personalized productivity system that just keeps getting smarter. That's amazing.
It's a beautiful example of how AI can work in harmony with human intelligence.
I love that. And, that actually brings me to a question about AI and productivity in general. It feels like AI is less about replacing us and more about giving us these incredible tools to amplify what we can do.
Absolutely. It's like we're getting superpowers.
I like that. Superpowers. And speaking of superpowers, we still have that fifth prompt to explore, the one about using AI to supercharge our daily productivity.
Ah, yes, that's a good one. There's so much potential there.
Can we dive into some more specific examples?
Sure. So let's say you're totally drowning in your to-do list. You know that feeling, right?
Yeah, all too well. Sometimes I feel like my to-do list has a to-do list.
Well, instead of just staring at it and feeling overwhelmed, imagine feeding that whole list into ChatGPT.
Okay, I'm listening.
You could ask it to analyze the tasks and group them into categories like urgent, important, but not urgent, can be delegated, or even postpone.
That's smart. So instead of just a big jumbled mess, I have a more structured view of what I need to tackle.
Exactly. And then you can take it a step further.
Oh, how so?
You could ask ChatGPT to actually suggest a schedule for tackling those tasks.
Wow. And would it factor in things like, my work style or my energy levels?
Absolutely. It can also consider things like when you have meetings or family commitments. It's all about creating a plan that actually works for you.
So it's not just about efficiency. It's about creating a sustainable rhythm for getting things done.
You got it. And here's another cool thing. ChatGPT can even suggest specific techniques or tools for handling those tasks.
Like?
Well, if you have a ton of writing to do, it might recommend a distraction-free writing app. Or if you struggle with staying focused, it might suggest something like the Pomodoro technique.
So it's like having a personal productivity coach in my pocket.
Exactly. And the best part is it's always learning. The more you interact with ChatGPT and give it feedback, the more personalized and effective its suggestions become.
That's what blows my mind about AI. It's not just a static tool. It's something that evolves and grows with you.
It's a true collaboration between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive today. It's been amazing exploring all these powerful ways to use AI to boost our productivity and achieve our goals.
It really has.
Before we sign off, any final words of wisdom for our listeners?
Yes. Embrace the power of AI. Be
Yeah.
curious, experiment, and don't be afraid to try new things. This technology has the potential to transform our lives in incredible ways, but it's up to us to explore its possibilities and make it work for us.
So well said. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an enlightening conversation.
My pleasure.
And to everyone listening, we hope you're feeling inspired to try out these AI prompts and discover your own productivity superpowers. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the amazing world of AI.